Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the stock market show. AITX stock sitting at 0009. I don't know how many months it's been since I talked about this. I have not talked about this one in a while, but people wanted me to talk about it, so let's go over what's been going on with this one. Did they mention a reverse split? No, not a reverse split. I believe I saw on Twitter something about an uplist. Is that what I heard? Could I be wrong? The Discord is gone. It's been taken down. That's probably not a good sign if you have to like hide your Discord. I wonder what they're saying in there. Oh, what a steal, 0009s, guys. No way it can go lower. They were totally not wrong at 1 penny and 2 penny and 3 penny and 10 cents. Let's see. Man, we all knew this was gonna happen. It was the writing was on the wall. That's why I was like, you know what, that monthly Head and Shoulders, let's get out of here, because it's only going one direction and it's down. Man, they've dropped that many PRs. I don't even know where to start. 50 unit Romeo Gen 4 production to meet surging demand. I guess I didn't read this. 50% surge in revenue? Did the stock even pump on 29? Yeah, no, it didn't pump, right? Yeah, no, it's just dead in the water. It didn't even pump from that earnings. So we'll read that one. Extinguishes 5 million of debt. Yeah, but they got a ton of other problems, so it's not really that big of a... It's not really that big of a deal. Okay, so there you go. So Amazon on the technicals, you can see I got technicals down here. It looks like garbage. What do you want me to say? It's kind of dead. It's just dead in the water. I don't like anyone holding. Look at that. The pattern I drew. I don't know what months ago. Hey, damn, it's been this long. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's been 6 months since this Head and Shoulders. Yeah, I remember spotting it, and I'm like, oh, that's a nasty Head and Shoulders. Like, I remember one guy was like, no, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. Technicals don't work on penny stocks, and I'm like, this is a monthly time frame. You give higher time frames more weight in terms of their patterns playing out. At least that's what I was taught. So. Me looking at this, I'm like, what are you talking about? This looks horrendous. This is not something you get excited about. Let me put it that way. So 6 months of just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Have they been diluting like crazy still? Because I mean, this should be headed towards like 000s at some point. If they're still diluting like crazy. 80% in gross profit for FY Q1 2026. Closes in on profitability. They say that pretty much every Q. Oh, we're getting closer, guys. They've been saying that for like 5 years now. Guys, we're getting closer. Like, we're almost there. Don't you worry. Profitability in 10 days. And I wonder who still falls for that. That's what I wonder. Who still falls for that nonsense? Okay, strong start to FY 2026. Revenues of 1.8 million. Hmm. 76 new devices were deployed during the quarter. This figure is lower than the previous year comparable period. Q1 FY 2026 consisted of higher value units. That makes sense. Yeah, they sell a lot of Rios. I assume their Radcams kind of went out the window. It probably tanked. It probably didn't perform very well, is what I should say, in terms of selling to, the residential market. That was a complete failure as we expected. I don't know what they did with marketing. I don't think they did any marketing. I also remember saying I don't know if people are ready for that kind of technology yet. Because I know some people just aren't. They don't want to have a talking machine, basically. I mean, once the older people die off, and we die off, the newer generations will adapt the new technology, and we'll just be, bones in the ground, I guess, at that point. That's just how it is, right? As time goes by, the older generations die, and the new people, they adapt to the new technology. I mean, my grandpa never used an iPad or anything, so he never could. I mean, he's bones in the ground, so that's just that's just reality, right? Like, we're all gonna die off, and new generations will be using the technology that we refuse to use. During the quarter, the company, people aren't gonna stay with old legacy solutions. That's just that's just how it is. Okay, I don't care. You have so much debt, it doesn't even matter. They really are focused on, hey, we're reducing our debt. Are you reducing your dilution, though? If they reduce the debt by diluting a lot, that's just silly to brag about reducing the debt. But they diluted like crazy. Come on. Okay, not bad, right? Not anything to get excited about either, but. So let's see, what did they do with Radcam? Significant feature upgrades for Radcam. Let me look at the app. Let's see what their sales have been like. We can get a clue here based on the reviews. Oh, has anyone else trying the Amazon shopping? What is it? The grocery shopping? Apparently, I haven't had marshmallows in years. I can't wait to eat marshmallows. But apparently now you can order groceries delivered same day. So I'm trying it. I'm trying it today. I sold some covered collages so I can so it's on the market's dime after tax. Radcam is not just okay. I don't care about that. So what? Wait, this is the Radcam. Okay, this is the Amazon. Okay, this is the Amazon. I thought we were on the Radcam website itself for a second. That's how good it looked. I was like, whoa, wait, where am I? 84. I mean, people have to pay. If I recall, this is the Radcam is this is the one that you have to like pay to have it. You have to pay like a subscription, right? I think that's also a turnoff probably because you could just buy a regular camera and not have to pay a subscription, right? That could be like a deal breaker there. Because people already pay enough subscriptions with Netflix and everything else. Like, now I have to add a subscription for my security device. Screw you. I just want something, normal. The picture quality is excellent. When was this? 2025. March 20. Not ready for prime time. Is this an old one? Okay, wow, this is a recent one. Okay, some of these are recent. Why can't I, is there any way to... Where's the bottom of this? See more reviews. Goldfish crackers. You know what? I might try those. Why not? Most recent. Just give it a try. August 7th. No complaints so far. My early try is good and AITX and improved since that time. More to follow. They give it a 3 out of 5. Needs a better app. App sucks. I don't know. I've never tried it. No more door-to-door salesman interruptions. Radcam handles it. I don't know if any of this is true. Let's read this. This one in particular is very interesting. Let me just look at these crackers. No, they had pizza and Parmesan. Sure, where's my cart? Added. What? I can't. I have to subscribe? What is wrong with them? Okay, everyone wants a subscription. Look at that BS. Everyone wants your money and they want it every month. It's ridiculous. Pros, I think it would work great to deter any potential intruders or vandals. Extremely well manufactured, quality materials. It is the first gen. Yeah, I think I remember saying that too about a lot of products. There's a lot of products that are going to come out with AI, AI integrated into it, and it's going to be like the first gen, and it's just not going to be that great, right? Like, you don't really want to buy the first gen humanoid robot. You want to buy like Gen 20 or Gen 5 at least, right? Like, what is it, PlayStation 5? You'd rather buy a PlayStation 5 than a PlayStation 1 nowadays. Like, that's just how it is. Either way, I just don't think people are ready to start buying these en masse. Monthly subscription is very affordable. Even if it is affordable, again, there's just people who are going to be like, I don't want to be paying another subscription. You know, I pay for a gym subscription, I pay for a Netflix subscription, and all these other subscriptions. Now I got to pay another subscription. Like, goddamn. Especially with how rough. Did you guys see the PPI and CPI print today? Goddamn, things are expensive. Even I'm crying, and the covered calls are paying for it. Activation is slow. Takes a good 10 seconds before attempting to communicate. Extremely hit or miss with user interaction. Majority of the time so far it isn't understanding what people are saying. Oh, that's so stupid. If it isn't understanding the user input, it will assume you are trespassing or attempting to steal a package and will set off a loud alarm, leading to an embarrassed wife and a request to turn it off. No differentiation between people coming and going. Every time I leave the house, it asks me the purpose of my visit and what information I should relate to the homeowner. You'd expect the device to use facial recognition to identify the homeowners and be smart enough to understand that when someone is leaving the premises versus entering. That's true. It should be able to do that. Again, if anyone can corroborate what this guy's saying, that's a big problem. It should be able to just look at your face and go, oh, that's that guy, that's Shades. Okay, moving on, right? It should not be constantly asking you questions. The app is buggy. Are these the people that skimped out on the marketing? You're right. They're the ones that skimped out on the marketing, if I recall. They had like a cheesy marketing. They didn't even do any marketing, is what I think they were just trying to. I think they thought word of mouth would have, done the job, but clearly they'd rather just dilute and do nothing with. At least dilute and get some good marketing going. Come on. The detection zone seems a bit inconsistent. I set my zone to not include the sidewalk in front of my house. But every once in a while, I'll get a notification about it and an embarrassing recording of the camera attempting to interrogate people walking by. That's gotta be funny. Imagine walking by and some bot's like, hey. Like, you, sir, do not belong. Who are you to tell me I don't belong? Get out of here. That's ridiculous. No, that can't be happening, though. So it's got a lot of issues, apparently. Ultimately, this thing is not remotely consumer ready, and I say this with regret as a stockholder in the company. AKA bag holder is really what this... What's his name? I bet you someone we know. There's no name. I thought... Didn't they put names here before? Did they remove names? Or am I... No, just Amazon customer? Oh. Well, we're just going to assume it's someone from the Discord, right? Someone that's holding a big bag. Everyone's in the red unless you somehow bought under triple zeros. Yeah, unless you bought it like triple zeros and held it all the way up to a penny and never sold for some reason. That would just be silly. You can see the vision and there's a great base here to build from, but either my camera is defective or this product just isn't ready for market. Sadly, I wouldn't recommend this camera at all. 21 people found it helpful. Wait, is this guy complaining about... Unless you pay for subscription, you're literally just getting a camera with poor image quality, that's it. Yeah, see, that's another thing I was saying. Like, you could just get a doorbell camera. You can just get something that you don't have to pay a subscription for. Even if it is just $5. Like, people are just going to look at the word subscription and go, oh, another one of these? Really? I think this was a product that was marketed poorly, and they should have done a better job. They dilute anyways. Might as well just use the money to really make sure that the product gets the best chance possible to succeed. And this is Gen 1, so I'm not surprised this thing... have they revealed... anyone know if they've revealed their sales for this? They probably haven't. Again, I have not been keeping track of this for months because I'm just trading like AI stocks now that are better than this. This... I imagine they haven't... I'm going to assume they have not revealed their sales numbers for Radcam because it's just a huge dud at that point is what I'm going to assume. Okay, let's go back to the article. Quiet mode event logging caption displays lower level events in the app without triggering full engagement, helping users stay forward without unnecessary interruptions. Additional enhancements. So maybe it's going to be better. I mean, that one review at least seemed honest. It didn't seem like a troll review, right? Yeah, because there's some people that hate this company, so they leave troll reviews, literally. Like, it's not even a real review. I don't know why Amazon doesn't remove them. It's kind of, I don't know why. I don't know, but... Radcam Residential remains a great part of our product line, and its forthcoming release has an enterprise device compatible with and sold through Red Ink will be at an... yeah, I mean, maybe it'll be more successful not selling it to regular, people. I just don't think people are ready for this kind of technology. I mean, just think about it for a second. If Elon Musk was like, hey, everyone can get a chip in their brain free... even if it was free, even if they paid you, even if they offered to pay you 50 grand to get a chip in your brain, there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to take that 50 grand because it's like, I kind of don't want technology in my brain. Like, that's just how it is. Again, we'll eventually die off and there will be a generation of people with chips in their head. Like, there will be people who will adapt. The legacy solutions, we will be legacy, we'll just be bones. That's just the reality, guys. At least that's how I see it. Maybe I'm way off my rocker, sure. But I still remember in college making writing a paper for, what was it, English 101. I was like, AI is the future and it's going to replace us. And everyone in the class turned around and looked at me like I was some kind of insane lunatic from an asylum. Like I was just some kind of nutcase. I remember that and I felt bad because I was like, oh, maybe I am a nutcase. But no, I was seeing ahead. And I'm telling you right now, please buy the good companies with growing revenues that have increasing demand for their product/service and that aren't obviously diluting you to crazy, like to hell. That's really what this company has. That's the biggest problem with this. It's always diluted people. It's always diluted to hell. It's diluted the stock to hell. That's it. There's just a big gaping hole in the ground. And when you buy shares of this stock, you're basically jumping in. And then you get all the way down somewhere in a pile of other bag holders, really. I don't know. That's maybe not the best description, but you get the point. That's what this is now. There's no way this can recover until it does a reverse split. And then we'll see how it behaves on the higher exchanges whenever that happens. But I'm glad I walked away from this one. We made some good money on that sideways action, but sometimes you just got to walk away and that's the end of it. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. A little bit of a longer video, mainly because, I have not talked about this one in ages, it seems. So, either way, I give it a... don't buy, and just stay away, and that's it. Don't buy. Stay away. Price target of 0001, I guess. I don't... what else am I supposed to say?